Hello everyone, this is back again for you with another reaction video, and today we're going to look on the wrists of our world leaders. For example, which watch is Vladimir Putin wearing? And this video is from Teddy Baldassar, a YouTuber colleague from America, and yeah, let's go right into the video. A lot of new subscribers came to this channel. Thank you very much for that. This makes me very happy. If you like that content, please leave a like and subscribe to it, and then you don't miss anything.
So in two of our most recent videos, I started highlighting watches that prominent figures, whether they're politicians or musicians, were wearing on their wrist. So what I wanted to do, and what I got a lot of recommendations to do in the comments below in those previous videos, I'll link to them down below if you've not checked them out, is do a video
Unsere Angela, huh?
about world leaders, beyond just the scope of where I live in the United States. So I wanted to do that today. So what's going on, everybody? Teddy Baldassar here, and please do leave comments down below.
You need to check his channel if you don't know him. He has awesome watch content. For example, he went with Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tanks, for example, to FP Journe Boutique, and yeah, this is just nice.
About other ideas around this type of series that we can do. I've gotten a lot of recommendations in prior videos in the comments, and I really appreciate you guys just kind of giving some thoughts on what you guys want to see so I could do it for future videos. But guys, let's jump into it.
They just...
Starting off our list, we have one of the most powerful world leaders there is, Vladimir Putin. Putin started his long but indirect journey to the Russian presidency in 1975 when he joined the KGB.
What a man!
After working through the intelligent officer ranks, he eventually decided to shift his focus to politics in 1991. And in 1999, following the resignation of Russian President Boris Yeltsin, Putin assumed the role as acting president of the Russian Federation. Since then, Putin has had 4 separate terms as president, and most recently...
And fun fact, on this picture, for example, he is wearing the suit brand Cesare Attolini, also from Napoli. I love this one. I have also some suits from them.
2018. Putin is known as a lover of watches, and you will often see him sporting several different brands. In fact, I could probably do an entire video on his collection.
What a leader, huh? Without t-shirt on this horse. I think it was on a horse.
Since selecting just one is pretty tough, but I'm going to try to do it here today. He's famously worn Pateks, Blancpains. However, in this video, I want to highlight one of his most expensive...
Yeah, the recent Blancpain, after he wore it, it was sold out everywhere. So what you need to know, Blancpain is a brand which sells not very well. But in this case, he wore the Aqualung model, and after this picture went on the internet, the collection was sold out at this point.
In truly astonishing pieces, an Inlange-Zona turbograph. The watch epitomizes autorology.
This is one really rare timepiece from Germany. The brand is doing an exceptional kind of work. You have so you have here a tourbillon and a split-second chronograph with a perpetual calendar, moon phase, just beautiful piece.
With its price point running north of $500,000.
Yeah.
To the untrained eye, it may appear that this watch is merely a piece of craftsmanship that appeals just to the aesthetical urges of the eyes. However, the real magic comes in the details and its never-yielding pursuit of skillfully constructed functionality. The watch is a culmination of Lange's return in the 1990s, following decades of forgotten years.
At Cologne Watch we had this piece in our store, the regular turbograph in honey gold. It was limited edition, and if you see this piece in person, the movement and everything, the quality, craftsmanship is so exceptional. If you have the same watch, for example, from Patek next to it, Lange & Söhne is far better in detail. The movement has much more depth than Patek.
In the 20th century. The watch comes with a case dimensions at 43 millimeters by 16.6
very
millimeters.
big.
So in short, a watch that certainly has a good amount of heft to it. That said,
what a movement. On this picture you cannot see the real depth, but believe it or not, yeah, this is really a masterpiece. And it's also the prototype, number 00. The CEO of Lange & Söhne was the client at Sops where I used to work, and these watches, for example, were always on his wrist, so he tested them. If they were new, they went on his wrist, always number 00. Back in the day, which one? I don't remember which model he showed me, but I remember the numbers.
There are many reasons behind this, as it features one of the most complicated watches that really Lange has ever produced, with featuring a very thin perpetual calendar plate which fits around the tourbillon aperture. If you are a lover of mechanical things, I will link to a very in-depth article breaking down this fantastic piece if you do want to give it a closer look. So in making this video, I know I had to make somebody of British royalty. So when I was trying to decide who to feature, it was tough, but I wanted to only feature one, and I decided to go with Prince William. And when looking at Prince William's collection, I wanted to go against the approach I took for Putin and highlight
This should be Omega.
a piece that holds more sentimental value rather than the amount of zeros on the end of the price tag. The watch is an
Explorer?
Omega.
Omega.
Quartz
Nice.
mid-size. The watch certainly is not a bad watch, being the smaller 36mm version of one of the best-selling watches, Omega.
Also ceramic inlay on the bezel. It's really a nice watch. You can get it secondhand quite cheap.
Has ever produced. However, when thinking of a watch fit for a prince or royalty, I think there are many other likely suspects that you would usually get the go-ahead to in lieu of this watch. That said, what makes this watch special apart from its more down-to-earth charm is where it comes from. The watch was a gift to Prince William from his late mother, Princess Diana. The watch clearly means a lot to William, as he has been seen
and she is wearing a Cartier Ballon Bleu.
Wearing it on several occasions, most notably on his wedding day back in 2011. So next up we have one of the most controversial world leaders there is.
Okay, which
Korean leader,
I saw this one before, Movado.
Kim Jong-un.
The size was pretty small on this, I remember.
Kim Jong-un is the second son of former North Korean leader Kim Jong-il and assumed power in December 2011. Kim is a lover of luxurious timepieces. However, the problem and the interesting part of having him on this list is the difficulty for him to obtain them. Despite Kim often being seen wearing more expensive timepieces, he does have to work a bit harder to actually get them, as the UN bans the export of luxury items to North Korea due to its nuclear and ballistic missile projects. With this as a result, Kim has to work around these sanctions to get his hands on watches of his liking. That said, a less expensive watch has been seen around his wrist regularly. Is a Quartz Movado museum watch. An iconic watch design that has gone very mainstream since its conception in 1947, as it is a watch that you can go down the street and pick it up at your local department store. For our next individual on this list...
he got a nice gift. In his possession is a very rare pocket watch. Let's see which one it is.
We have someone that I was really not aware was this much of a watch lover until I saw him mentioned in the comments on a previous video of mine. Tenzin Gyatso, the 14th Dalai Lama, despite his rather impressive watch collection, is still a man of humility and manages appreciation for mechanical objects with an ability not to overindulge. The Dalai Lama grew up with an interest in mechanical objects by deconstructing and constructing radios, watches, and electrical devices when he had some free time when he wasn't meditating or reading scripture. This fascination only continued to grow throughout his life, and even up till today, where he has a very impressive watch collection. However, there is one piece that stands out more than any other: his Patek Philippe reference 658. This watch holds significance for two reasons, one being its exclusivity as one of 15 watches of this reference ever produced by Patek. The other is the individual who gifted him the watch. The watch was gifted by FDR back in 1953 by two government officers who hand-delivered it to the Dalai Lama when he was just 7 years old. The watch impressively features a perpetual calendar.
He got this watch when he was 7. This I didn't know.
With moon phase indicators paired with a split-second chronograph and a minute repeater. And the watch...
Minute repeater. Wow. Okay, I just thought it was a double split chrono. Minute repeater.
Recently accompanied the Dalai Lama on a trip to the United States, where the watch appears to be in mint condition to this day. Now from one prominent holy figure to another, we have Pope Francis. Pope Francis is the 266th Pope of the Catholic Church, and the first Pope ever to descend from either North or South America, as he was born in Argentina. Looking at past popes in recent history,
they just 36 mm,
like Pope John Paul II and Pope Benedict, they have been seen wearing high-end Swiss watches like Rolexes. However, Pope Francis is often seen sporting a series of Casio watches. One specifically is the Casio reference MQ-2470.
Okay.
This watch, like many Casios, is of course not very expensive, coming in at just around $10. So if you want to get a piece of Your Holiness, you can go ahead online and get it for $10.
Okay.
So I did a whole video about watches of US presidents, and I did not feature Donald Trump because I wanted to feature him in a future video. I think I could probably feature him again in another video because he has so many watches that he has been seen wearing, and he also has his own watch line. However, and we were talking about prominent world leaders and figures, we have to mention Donald Trump in this video. Trump is a man that has had one impressive track record over his career. Beginning his career and becoming a well-known real estate icon after taking over his family's business in 1971, he grew the company to a point where it elevated him into a life of fame as a celebrity and a reality TV star.
Kanye's watch collection we featured in a different video. If you're interested in this, it was the video from GQ. There he was wearing a Cartier Crash.
Until he ran for president and won in arguably the most shocking presidential wins really we have ever seen in the United States. Despite being in the spotlight for years, it is hard to pinpoint one piece in Trump's watch collection. However, today I want to highlight his Vacheron Constantin ultra-fine
historic
gold. I decided to choose this watch as
very classic watch, ultra thin, and nobody in the world, believe it or not, nobody is buying this one today. Let's check the market. So here you have some similar watches. For example, this one with the black dial, it's a vintage model, or over here with the small second. Let's check again. He has no small second, just two hands. So you probably get this watch under 5,000 euro if you want it. At the moment, I have to say it's more like a lady's watch, but yeah, let's check this one on his wrist.
The main watch to highlight, as it was the piece he wore on election night. The watch is true to Vacheron Constantin,
very classic,
with its sleek profile and design. It comes in with a beautiful square.
It sounds nice with a sleek profile.
35mm case that is impressively 5mm thick and is powered by a caliber 1120 automatic movement. And the watch will set you back up.
Oh, automatic, nice.
Of $25,000. Depending on the precious metal that you go for. So guys, that is my list for this video. If you guys think I should do another video in this series and what I should basically focus it on, I'd love to hear comments down below. And I'd also like to hear what watch mentioned here today was your favorite and why. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, also hit the bell icon because that's the most important thing. Subscriptions don't really mean anything on YouTube anymore based on their new algorithm. So seeing all those things really helps out the channel. So if you want to support us in some
give
way,
him the credit.
That would be a huge help. In addition, if you want to stay up to date about watch giveaways, I have an upcoming review of the 2 watches I'm going to be giving away on this channel this month. We have watches we give away every single month. So be sure to follow me.
Some pressure on my side now, eh? If he gives away some watches.
Instagram, so you can see the announcement of those watches. Also, the form is down below. If you've not filled out that form in prior months to be part of the giveaway, I will have it down there in the description so you guys can go ahead and fill it out to have a chance to win.
Thank you very much for watching. Awesome watch content from this guy. I think we are going to check also one video from him next week. So just continue, stay tuned. If you like the content, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I see you guys maybe tomorrow.